Okay, the purpose of this demo is to show you how to build a basic database table in the designs we've been working for before. The screen in front of you is something we worked on, I believe, before the midterm, where we had the home contact information and login page that we built. So the goal today is to try to capture this information, name, address, phone, and email in a table built on Visual Studio. So that's our goal for right now. So let's look at the Visual Studio screen. You remember the stuff on the right-hand side where we have the education and the contact and the login and so forth, and master pages and defaults. You've done all this before. So what we're going to do is go up to that project, and we're going to right-click on the project. And we're going to add a new item. And you recall there's a whole list of options here once the screen pops up. And what we're going to look for as soon as this screen pops up is we're going to look for a SQL database server. I don't know why it's taken so long, but it is. Okay, the screen finally popped up. This video probably going to be a lot of stops and pauses because it's taken forever. The screen finally popped up, and so we're going to look down. In fact, the icons aren't here, it's so slow. Let's see, we're going to go down here and look for, we're looking for SQL database server. Oh, here comes the icons. Oh, here we go. Okay, icons make it easier. The SQL server database. We're going to click on that, and we're going to add that. You'll see here it has a message that says app data folder is not there. In some versions of Visual Studio and some computers, they actually add it automatically when you select that template. In this case, it's asking us if we want to create that app folder. What's going to happen is this app data folder is going to pop up over here. Let's see, let's hit OK or yes. Okay, now it came back, and you can see up in the upper right-hand side with the Solutions Explorer, we have an app data folder, and under that folder is the database.mdf. And you can see it also popped up for the Server Explorer. And we have database down here with tables. But we have no tables, so what we're going to do now is we have to create a new table. So we're going to create a table, we're going to right-click, I'm going to right-click and add new table. Now you can see a new table is built. It came back from the designer. As you can see up here, dbo.table design. And because we want to sort of differentiate between this table and sort of several other tables, we want to go down here and rename this guy to login table. That way we just have it specifically done for the login. So we're going to go down and say log in table. Okay. Okay, so you can see now we have a login table, and by default it gives it not null primary key. That's what this symbol up here means, primary key. So let's start creating entries for each one of the entries in the login page. Okay, the designer view finally came back, and you can see here in the T-SQL that It has all the code down here, and I've added the name, address, phone, and email in here with the data type of nvarchar 50, and that allows us to sort of add Unicode characters if we need to in the future. And also I've allowed it to accept nulls. You can change that at any time, but for right now, we just want to demonstrate how this is done through visual after I click the update. So you may want to go up here and do file save, but that's not really how to save the table that we've just created. Again, look at all the information down here if you had to do this in T-SQL code. Some of you may have had SQL classes. I know in the past when I've taught T-SQL, we've done the code before we've done the database stuff. So let's go up here in this upper left-hand corner and hit update. And you'll see that another dialog box comes up, and eventually when it settles in, we'll click something else. Okay, it finally came back, and you can see that it created a preview for the database, that we've created that table, and we're just going to update the database. Okay. Again, notice the dialog box on the bottom, what's going on here. Updated the preview, created the database script, and updated completely. Okay, now since we've successfully done what we've wanted to do, what we've accomplished building this table for the login page. We want to make sure that this stuff doesn't go away, so we want to go up and do a save all up on the top ribbon. Sometimes, Visual Studio is sort of quirky at times. Sometimes you really need to reboot Visual Studio in order for these changes to happen quickly. Sometimes you just need to save it a few times. I guess it's a Microsoft thing. Let's go over and look at the database. Let's see, app, data, and double click on database. And you can see that the Explorer window came back. And let's sort of do a refresh. And you can see the tables there, okay? You can see the tables there, login table, under tables. So let's right click the login table and see, let's see, show table data. Took a little while, but there you go, voila. We can see that you have 4 columns, a name, address, phone, and email. And since we had it defaulted to nulls, so it came back with nulls. So that's how you build a basic table in Visual Studio. And I would like for you to this week add this sort of capability into your databases. Okay, and then regarding assignments going forward, I'll keep you posted. Okay, cheers. Well, before I go, I wanted to add just a few entries in there. I created a unique ID, put a couple names in, addresses, phone numbers, and so forth. And then what I want to do is go up here and save all, and then we're good to go. Okay, see you later. Bye.